Well, today is the day the IRS put its deadline for Americans to voluntarily disclose any undeclared offshore bank accounts. So far, more than 7,500 U.S. taxpayers have taken advantage of a partial amnesty. Their bank accounts range in value from $10,000 to more than $100 million. Scott Michel is an attorney and president of Caplan Drysdale, which has 350 clients prepared to make today's deadline. He joins us now from our Washington newsroom to shed more light on the story today. Mr. Michel, great to have you on our show today.
Thanks for having me.
So explain why Americans with these offshore accounts should come forward and take advantage of this IRS amnesty.
Well, there's not much time left, but what expires today is a special penalty framework. This is civil money penalties that would apply to Americans coming forward and making voluntary disclosures about their offshore accounts. People have been able to make voluntary disclosures for years and years, and they probably will be after tomorrow. But for the last 6 months, the IRS has essentially had a special deal going where if you come in, they will cap the penalties that they will assess in a given case.
How much of a penalty savings does it offer? You talk about this cap.
The cap, the big penalty that the IRS could impose here is a penalty based on the size of these foreign accounts. And what the IRS is saying in this amnesty program is that they will not impose a penalty greater than 20% of the size of the biggest size of the account in the last 6 years. Absent that cap, the penalties can be quite severe. If the IRS can prove that someone willfully failed to disclose a foreign account, they could assess penalties of 50% of the value of the account per year, which could wipe out some of these accounts and then some.
Historically speaking, is this a generous amnesty offer from the IRS?
It's pretty rare for the IRS to offer a cap like this on civil penalties. They've done it a few times before. Again, they've always allowed people to come in and clean up their tax affairs and generally avoid the risk of any criminal prosecution. But this is a fairly special deal for the service to say to people, if you come in now, this is the most we'll take.
With the deadline rapidly approaching here, how can people who perhaps earlier did not want to come forward, do they still have time to do so, and how should they?
People can come forward up till the end of the day today. All that is required to get someone in the program is to notify the IRS of their name, address, social security number, date of birth, and intention to participate in the program. And we sent in an IRS power of attorney as well, and that can be done by fax or email or by mail or FedExes that are postmarked tonight.
Is there any reason why an American with an illegal offshore account like what we're discussing here would not want to come forward?
Well, we've had clients who have decided not to come forward. Some people feel like the 20% is too steep a price and they're hoping for a better deal. Some people believe that their banks or the country where they may have accounts will not disclose the information to the United States. My own view is that this is a pretty special deal, that the United States and the IRS have made it clear that they're going to ramp up the enforcement efforts involving undeclared offshore accounts, not just in Switzerland, but all over the world, and that now is still a good time for people to come in and make things right.
All right, many thanks for your insight. Scott Michel, president of Caplan and Drysdale.